Goliath. This coaster confuses me. Looking purely at the layout, it should easily be fantastic. But the first half just isn't that great, at least for me. But the second half seemed to deliver exactly what I was expecting. Find out why in this review. Opening in 2006, this was the 5th B&M hypercoaster built, but the first to only have a 175-foot drop, though it does reach a height of 200 feet. The presence of this coaster in the park, though, especially walking under that lift hill to its main plaza, is truly intimidating. And having much of the coaster go out of the park by the initial roadway and entrance offers a fantastic visual to those entering the park. B&M hypercoasters use a clamshell restraint, which is essentially a much easier to check version of a lap bar that is rated to hold guests through large drops and airtime. Unlike over-the-shoulder restraints found on looping B&M coasters, the clamshell restraints are designed for coasters that don't go upside down. These offer a relatively freeing experience, though a traditional lap bar and seatbelt combination is preferable, but the efficiency of dispatches with these restraints is fantastic. So, it's easy to see why they exist and are popular. After quickly going up the first drop, you are thrown down it. This doesn't feel too big or too steep to me, so I was slightly disappointed that it really isn't much better than, say, the Steel Earless drop, despite that it probably should be. Then you navigate 2 large hills that should be filled with floater airtime. On Mako at SeaWorld Orlando, these hills are trimmed, so you crest them with the perfect amount of speed to get that floater airtime. On Goliath, at least on my rides, these hills were taken too fast for me to get any truly enjoyable airtime. I could also just be upset that the first hill is high and open, so it was definitely doing something for my fear of heights. After going over a small lake, you enter a giant 540-degree helix. Or should I say, a Goliath helix. My trouble here is that it's an okay element, but something like the helix on Scorpion at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay is much more forceful and enjoyable, so the size doesn't really do much for me. After the helix and a small little drop, you pass over a trim brake. Some would lament that you lose some of your precious speed here, as you can feel it catching and slowing that train. But this slows the train to the perfect speed, allowing you to get solid floater airtime on the next hill and all 3 of the final bunny hills that are heading into the brake run. This floater airtime is what I was expecting on the whole ride, and I'm just happy that it happens at some point, instead of being lost to the overall speed of Goliath. Overall, how good is Goliath? That is a hard question, and something that I thought about a lot while riding this coaster. The open feel and design of this coaster offers a nice setup, and the final 4 hills offer truly enjoyable floater airtime. But the larger elements, from the first drop to Goliath Bunny Hills and the Goliath Helix, all offer only okay elements for me. When something of this size needs to offer more. Despite these complaints, I did truly enjoy parts of this coaster, and I rank it right above Fiesta Texas's Iron Rattler, since I have complaints about that coaster as well. But right below my favorite floater airtime machine, the Steel Eel. Goliath had every chance to beat the one-trick pony Steelio, but just fell short in my opinion, due to the speed in the first half making the elements there just not that enjoyable. What are your thoughts on Six Flags Over Georgia's Goliath? Is the first half too fast, or does it execute everything fantastically? Does the trim brake help save this ride? Let me know. And, as always, Cup Kun Crop.